Welcome to this channel. This channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So today I'd like to share with you to the Wing Chunners who is aging because we all age, right? We all grow old. So today this YouTube is for all our friends who is over 35. And I like to share with you, you must know this, okay? Because you need to live a good life. So I'm going to share with you what I know. Now, if you look at this, my background today, this is about 20 miles from my hometown in Indonesia. This is Lake Toba. Uh, so when I was a kid, my parents always brought me here. I just visit the Lake Toba on the end of March this year, 2025. Actually, I like this place. I love this place. I really don't like those who is number one, I'm the richest, all those kind of stuff. I like to live simple life like this. Well, too bad my karma do not allow me to do so. Well, I tell you this because I want you to see me as a human, not as some kind of superhuman or grandmaster or whatever. Sure, for my past almost 50 years now in Wing Chun, I have met many grandmaster, many monks, Buddhist monks who have a real cultivations. But we all live in a real world. So my world is like this. If it is, I have a choice. Okay. I don't want to come to Silicon Valley. You have a choice. I rather live in my hometown, maybe have a farm, a land, and then have time to come here. And I don't have to go wake up late, like in Silicon Valley, working almost 24 hours when I was young. And so now I'm retiring. Actually, I retired. And it is a very different life. So I rather live in a village, maybe over here or maybe somewhere in Wisconsin where I uh, go to school, or somewhere in Iowa or somewhere in Minnesota, because those are real life. Okay. Now, I like to share with you this today is very important. So, in the past few days or week, I was burning my time to clarify all this nonsense. The reason why I am making all this YouTube is because I don't want to leave any room to screw you all. Okay? There's no room to let a lot of scam things screw people's life. So this is not what I like. I don't like to say, who's the best fighter. I get the secret techniques from this grandmaster, all this. I don't like that. In fact, I hate those kind of bullshit. Okay. What I like in my present time is this. I often, like today, get message like this. So this Wing Chun friend sent me that he studied with which system at this 2011, but now I am 44 with a skeleton problem, and my journey is internal so far. Well, at 44 with skeleton problem, this is the thing, which is I care. There are many friends who send me message, tell me that their blood pressure uncontrolled, blood sugar uncontrolled. Well, you guys all know I have a diabetic type 1 since born. I go through the same thing. Life sometimes is suffering, okay? So if I can provide some help, I would like to do it. So this friend like to learn from me, Wing Chun and everything. Well, I told him this. You can learn this from my YouTube. Okay, this an effective scientific verifiable Qigong for health and martial arts. You can check it out if you never checked it out yet, okay? Learn this and no need other things. Take care of your health. Well, when people have conditions, health is number one. Okay? Forget about this, all this the other stuff like fighting or techniques or chi or anything, whatever thing. I make this. This is the basic, very basic of Wing Chun. I make this because this can help us. If you watch this YouTube, you know, even me using this. I am not Superman. I get sick too. Sure, I get the chi in Dan Tian and all this kind of thing. I have the meridian fold, the jing and all whatever you want to talk about, I have been there and I know how to do it. But well, that's not important. The important is you need to have something uh, that can help your living. If you have this, you can yeah, watch this. You can work with your doctor, medicine doctor to help yourself. We all have my limits. Like only yesterday I said that I have all the chi and everything more than most people know. But I have diabetic type 1. I still need insulin before I eat. I cannot reverse it. Why? Because this is a reality. You learn a skill, something can help you, but you need so many things. World is complex. Okay, and we all have our limitation, and someday I'll die too. Like I'm age 67 this year. Uh, if you look at the statistic of people with a diabetic type 1, the lifespan is about 67. So that's why again, I went back to see my hometown, my family, everything, and then my teacher, everything, or my classmate from the same teacher. Because someday I might gone. Okay, that's just human. So with this friend today, I share this with him. Okay, I just hope that more people know about this. Well, this doesn't cost you anything. I don't want you to buy anything. You just watch this and keep learning it. You can message me, ask me if you learn it, okay? Provided you put your mind in, you put your heart in, you mean good for yourself. I'll help. I don't like those bullshit people who talk to me and then say, wow, I have this Wing Chun 85, Wing Chun whatever. Heck, I don't like. This one can help you real life. Okay. So this is what I want to share with you. But then the contents of this is a lot of things, which is I want to share more with you. Now, the first thing I want you to know, on Wing Chun and Chinese Kung Fu, Zen meditations. Number one is no, we are not going to live in 1850. We are living in 2025. We are not living in 1850. We are not going to go back. We can go back. Okay? It's a different world. No, there's no ultimate fighting art in 1850. In 1850, they used gun already. Check in the history. In the uprising, the anti-Qing laws, because they don't get support with the guns and so forth. That politics stuff there. So forget about this. Okay, make sure you understand. Don't get buy into the sales of the 1850. It has something which is valuable, but it is not everything. Chinese famous grandmaster, disregard of what you talk about in Kung Fu, martial art, Zen, or whatever, is not necessary real deal. And in fact, usually it's just advertisement. If I have 2,000 students and 2,000 students boast about me, then I become the god, right? With this case, I want to introduce you to the YouTube. This is my Sifu. This is the real Zen patriarch, Venerable Xianhua, late man Venerable Xianhua. This is my Sifu. This is my Sifu who chew my ass all the time. I get scolded every day when I see him. This is not right. This is bullshit. Do it this way. And he is the uh, what do you call it? The Zen patriarch from Bodhidharma. You heard about Bodhidharma, and then you say Shaodam Shaolin and Shaolin Temple. Well, he is the real Zen patriarch who have that mind seal. Okay, so he come to America, and please watch this YouTube. Okay, and this is my senior classmate. She's a nun, and you want to watch this YouTube and see how Venerable Xianhua uh, straightly, frankly, directly, clearly, and really honestly tell you what is going on if you want to learn something. So the topic of this YouTube is a good and wise teacher. So if you want to know Chinese culture, Zen culture, the teaching of Buddha, the Bodhidharma, please watch this. And it share with you also with American life because he come to America and how things work with America life. Okay, this is reality. He's not going to go back to the long time ago in Shaolin Temple. You have this, you watch it. Okay, you want to watch this so Chinese famous grandmaster is not necessarily real deal. And you need to know what is the reality. Don't stuck at the ancient Chinese, all this and that fairy tales. Okay. Now, like as you know, I have all the Queen all the Wing Chun 1850 sets I share with you on this thing where you guys never see before. And it rarely being shown, but it never being shown for past 160 years outside the closed door. But then those are just a part of it. Some of it is valuable. but it is not necessary that it is all useful. Okay, the world is growing, and that and obsolete stuff in museum is not going to solve your 2025 problem. You can go to Space Museum in East Coast, like seeing different kind of plane and everything. But well, man, those are obsolete stuff, isn't it? Well, will you fly a plane in the museum? Or today your aviations, your plane and everything is much better. So stop to believe on those bullshit museum this, museum that, or I contribute this. Again, there's a reason I want you to watch this from the real Zen patriarch. I'm not his level. I'm far, 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 like a thousand miles away from my teacher Wen Shenhuang. That's why I never get praise when I saw him. I always get correct this, change this, correct this, don't do this, do this. Okay. So we need to have a sense of reality, what the Chinese, what the Zen patriarch, what the real Kung Fu master is like. Okay. By just watching this, you can see how is a real Chinese master in the past will behave. Now, today's world are much advanced in many areas, science, medicines, because it is what it is. Can you cure everything with the Chinese medicines and the Qigong? How many times have you seen all those who practice Qigong can cure the disease? In my experience, when I study the six healing breath, most don't get it. So how is it going to cure any disease at all? Just talk, talk, talk. Mysterious. So you need to put in your mind about that. So real life is not the Wing Chun Bruce Lee movie. And to be serious with you, I don't want to be Bruce Lee. Why do I want to be Bruce Lee? I have my life. As what I tell you, I rather live here. Maybe my entire life. Well, I tell you a really, really funny story. So I'm here. So I met a old friend, really, really, like a friend, a kid's time. So me and my wife was he, my friend opened a cafe in this area, right? So uh we went to the cafe area and he come up, oh Hendrik, I see you, I know you, you come back. And then me and my wife standing there and he asked me this, oh Hendrik, how many grandkids have you have now? I have two. And I said, well, I don't have my grandkid yet. My kid is studying AI stuff, doing his PhD in the university research and all those things. And so I said, well, I don't have a grandkids yet. And then after that, we left, and my wife told me this, Hendrik, I think he is much happier than you living here for past 50 years. You go through the world, you go compete in Silicon Valley, you do this in Wing Chun, search this and that. Your friend live there with his family in a peaceful town. I think he's much more happier than you, and he's more healthier than you too. I said, yes, that's the reality. Okay. So we need to know that real life is not Wing Chun Bruce Lee movie. Well, when I was young, sure, and I'm crazy too. I just go to a different teacher to learn this, to learn that, to having fight this and that and that. But right now, I look back, my friend who had opened that cafe for past 50 years there, inheriting his father's cafe and his father's business, is much more happier than me. Okay, no qigong, no fighting art, no high tech, no patterns, but he lived a life better than me. That's the reality. So don't get chased into all this nonsense thing which is screw your life and you compromise your family. Don't, okay? Not worth it. In the real life, we need to make a living. We need to go to work. We have family. We get old. We get sick. We need friends. Okay? And so learn something you can use in your daily living. That's why I urge you all, go learn this. Because someday when we are sick, someday we are in our sick bed in the maybe in even in ICU, we can use this, and we can use this to work with our doctor, medical doctor, to help ourselves. Because this is put our body and mind in a recovery state. Now, this have to do with Wing Chun because this is based on the very basic of name like mindfulness. This is the really basic. You need this in order to enter into the natural world. Today, all those things, all this whatever people talk, they never know what is the natural world. Thus, they don't understand what is the real Zen monk teaching. They don't understand how is it living here, content and simple. Okay. So in order to actually for a human to help our body to recover and have less problem is to live in the natural world. As what I share with you, my friends in Indonesia, in take care of that cafe for 50 years, he lived more in nature than me. While working in Silicon Valley is really exhausted. Training in Wing Chun, you think I can do all the thing without a price I have to pay? I have to pay a lot of price when I am doing it wrong, okay? Or injuring my body or drain my body. So you need this. I formulate this out is because I don't want you guys to go through what I go through. And in fact, I can assure you, not too many people in this world can go through what I go through because you need to have a different condition, not just because, not because of I'm more superior. No, it's not about superior. Is that you need a conditions. You need the finance, you need this and that, and you need some luck, a lot of luck. Okay. So just learn this. Okay, learn this. So you'll be able to understand what is the natural world. I explained at YouTube. And all this natural world style, you know, we are like a planet, you know. Every one of us is like a planet. You have your orbits, I have my orbits. If we actually do not have stability with our orbits, we are in a disaster because we're going to get influenced by other things around us. As soon as we are not going into a proper orbit, we're going to damage ourselves. Okay. And if you think about the natural world, this is a natural world, you need to have orbit. And when you talk about Nim Lake or Wing Chun or Qigong, the first thing is you need to develop your like your gravitation force. Like you have your Earth, you have your own gravitation force, your system, your stability. You have Mars, you have Venus, and but your Earth is going through the orbit by itself. Now, if we do not develop the stability there, it is a mess. And again, the reason why I don't like this and I clean this mess up is because those things screw up your orbit because it's not real. It's somebody's fantasy. They don't even know that this exists, this exists. Okay? So the Wing Chun name lake. Yeah, please watch this YouTube. Reinstall this foundation, the soul of Wing Chun, or else you're wasting your life. The thing is that this mindfulness, the Wing Chun name lake, is a sustainable awareness. Okay, with the time. Sustainable recall, awareness recall, exit the minimum sustained durations. Please watch this YouTube. It's very important. And this YouTube is the very basic for you to develop that. Only you develop that, you have your stability, you can build out yourself with your own gravitations, your orbits. And you can see that different people have different orbits. We are not the same. Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee, Yip Man is Yip Man. Me is me, you are you. But as soon as you find the orbits, you're much better off. Even your body, your health, and so forth. Okay. Now, so watch this, please. Okay. Especially when you are more than 40 years old, understand this. Okay. So this is the core. So, so this is the practice. This orbit stuff and this thing is all the theory about it, and you have the practice, and you want to develop the skill to help yourself. Okay. Now, the entire thing is like this. Your mindful is actually proportion with your calmness because the definitions of mindful is sustainable awareness. Sustainable is actually calmness. You want to do qigong, you need to have that high calmness. Only have high calmness, you can have your awareness, you sustain, you have your mindfulness, and then you can have this a different world. You can have all the different insight. That's how I get there. That's how I get to be able to clean this thing up. And of course, those people who make mistake here, it is actually is a tragedy too. Why? Because they are not be able to see this. They don't have the teacher like I have who chew my ass every day. So they do what they do. So do I hate them? I don't. I just want to clarify out so the world know what is the truth. Okay. Now this, if you watch this, it is actually I took this book, Wing Chun Inceptions. I make the YouTube of it. The theory and so forth is inside there. Okay. Now, so if you really want to look into the health, the body and so forth for the Chinese, it is in these two books, the Decoding Wing Chun and the Wing Chun Inception. Those are the key of Qigong. Without these two books, forget about it. You don't know what it is. And for this, like this Decoding Wing Chun, both of them, okay, it it is actually now have already been mapped into science, like with the heart rate zone, with your recovery, all those things, okay, and it been scientifically verified. This is like the breathing intra-abdominal pressure scientifically verified. Okay. So that's why if you want to help get into this, you really need to really be able to do this kind of stuff, or else you will not be able to get there. And then of course, I get into this all this scientific verifications as in this you can see that there's a scientific verification inside there because how can you know that you practice proper? How can you know that you will get result? I mean, if you are sick, you need to recover, you need to rest. You need to know that what you practice got result. It's not like, oh yeah, I believe in Hendrik. Forget about this. Don't believe in me. In me, you don't want to trust, you don't want to believe. In science, in science, you want. Okay. So So the notion I wrote this two book is for health. If you want to train, like you want to train martial arts, you need to know what I just shared with you. Okay. That's why this two book is really important because it go beyond 1850. 1850, there are something which is like the mindfulness, which is a really, really good things, good technology. But we need to be able to realize it. Or else, what is the purpose? We talk about mindfulness, but what is mindfulness? That's why I define for you here. In mathematics terms, mindfulness functions of the t time and sustain equal to sustainable awareness. If you don't know this, you not be able to repeat it, to realize it, to implement it. How can you do anything? And in the Wing Chun 1850 training, there's the Chi neurosync training, the fitness training, strengthening training. Now, when we are over 50, over 40, most what we want is doing the Chi neurosync training and the fitness training. The strengthening training, yeah, is good for your bone density and so forth, your endurance, but mostly, after 40, that it's better to get the chi neurosync training and fitness training. Say, for example, if you get high blood pressure, you don't want to lift weight. If you lift you can lift lightweight, but if you lift the heavy weight, it's going to influence your blood pressure, your heart. It is no. So if you read in today's like a medical journal and so forth, you know that the ancient 1850, they really clear on the thing. However, we need to further on to explain it with scientific, check it with the scientific, be able to measure it, track it, so that everybody be able to get there and get benefit. It's not about I want to be the best fighter. Sure, you just go pumping iron every day with a heavy weight and so forth. see whether you get problem or not if you get high blood pressure and a lot of health problem. So so this and then this thing is got to do with your breathing. Breathing is the worst thing, very difficult thing to handle. Okay. So that's why uh people say, well, internally train your breath. This book is about internally train your breath. What is it scientifically? You want to talk about chi? This is about chi. What is it scientifically? These two, you know what you should do, what you must not touch. Okay? You want to train for fighting? Do you have the condition to train it? Or if I get old now, I retire, oh, then I know, oh, there's certain thing I must not touch. But I can do a certain thing, like this thing. So I give this to you all free. Just go do it. At least in Wing Chun, if you learn this, then you don't waste your time. This is Wing Chun, okay? All your Tan Bong Fu, you're not going to use it in the ICU. I've been there before, I know, okay? But this, you can use it to recover. So this is what I like to share with you guys, okay? Uh, we live in a real world, not in the fantasy cosplay world. Of course, people who love cosplay, they can cosplay until 100 year old. But for most of us, do not need to get into cosplay or keeping talking about Yikam in 1850 or G-Sim or anything. What is the point? So when I was young, I want to see what is the real thing. That's why I went to the asking Zen Patriarch Shenhua to take me as a student. I still remember when I'm at that time 27-year old, I went to City 10,000 Buddha where Zen Patriarch Shenhua is there. So he always have his golf cart traveling. So I wait until when there's nobody, he have his golf cart, and I chase to the golf cart. I bow there and say, well, can you please take me as a student? And the first thing he do is actually in front of all the monks and nuns, he pointed out, say, Hendrik, don't talk theory. If you cannot walk, don't talk about it. You need to be able to walk what you talk. Okay? And I still remember he told me this. He said, Hendrik, if death come right now, will you be able to handle it? If not, then don't talk about it. Now, I love to talk. When I was 28 years old, I can practically remember suttas, recite suttas, remember, all the sutta. And so teacher told me, what's point to recite all those like parrots? If death come now, if you're really sick now, can you handle it? Because in this world, we all go through, we born, we get old, we age, we sick, and we die. If you said that your Zen, your whatever theory is so much, can you go through all this thing? Like I share with you, we all like the planets, and then you have that stability. In Sanskrit, it's called samadhi, and then you have the mindfulness. So born, old age, sick, and death cannot stop you because you're so stable, you penetrate it. So I was screamed at and so forth. And so today, if you say, well, Hendrik, can you handle this? Let me tell you, no, it's really tough. It's very tough. Just for example, I fly here direct to Singapore from San Francisco back to Indonesia. The food, the environment, it changed so much that even my stability, my mindfulness cannot handle it. I fall sick there. I fall sick. Okay. And of course, I'm doing that thing to recover me, take medicines, and that's what it is. So you are a planet, like in this environment in Silicon Valley, you have your own food and everything is good here and everything well managed. But then if this thing, your planet been changed to somewhere, then your stability, your mindfulness, everything will be disturbed. That's life. That's your chi. Okay? That's your internal art stuff. So if we are sick, we need medicine. We need all those things practice, like the mindfulness, the calmness I just shared with you with the YouTube. You need to have that to the minimum. Have you a little bit, maybe, maybe not a lot, maybe a little bit. Well, you are lucky if it's this much, or it gradually grow because of your kung fu is deeper. But without that, and if you want to say, oh, well, learn fighting, well, when you face challenge, it is not easy, right? When you get challenged, it's it's like again, like your planet analogy, your stability. When you go close to a bigger, much bigger planet, your stability will be influenced too, like your gravitation force and all these things. So that's why the Wing Chun said, if you don't have mindfulness, you don't have you don't have proper mindfulness, your entire life is improper. 念頭不正，一生不正 in Cantonese. But then your mindfulness, you need that calmness, the stability. And if you don't practice those, you don't have the stability, you just talk. Like the other day, in this YouTube, in this YouTube I shared the other day. Those people who claim to be this, who claim to that, is only I think, I believe, this and that, and they couldn't even know that how to deliver the strength to the fingertip. And some say, hey, you have to have the position like this, your thumb like this. No, the entire thing is like planet. It's just dynamic. If you don't have stability, you do not be able to handle this. You don't have the mindfulness, you will not be able to see what exactly happened in the dynamic. That's why Wing Chun is very deep. It has to base on the mindfulness. And right now, if we go more than we go over 40-year old, forget about the fighting stuff. Let's use the mindfulness. Okay, please watch this YouTube mindfulness, and then this YouTube, study it, learning it, practice it. We use it to improve our daily life. If we are sick, we are whatever, we can help it ourselves. Okay? People send me all those texts asking me want to learn things from me. Actually, again, let me tell you one thing. Go watch this YouTube. Venerable Shenhua told me, he said that if you want to make profit from what you're teaching, you really don't want to teach, you just want to make profit. And thus, as much as I can, I really want to share things for free. Okay. But for books and all those kind of thing, I cannot because you have costs and everything. But at least, just pay for costs, right? And people want to learn from me, text me. It's really tough in order to learn things. You just ask like in other YouTube, there are many people who study with me. Take a long time. And do I charge a lot? No, a few $100 for a few months to learn that thing. So my system is like you go to college, you take like 4 credits of biology. You better pass it. 4 credits and then a few $100 because it's 4 credits and that's all. Okay. I believe in education system. But not too many people can do it, and most people do not need it because you don't need it. That's why I make the YouTube. I put about 2,000 YouTube here in this channel, so you can learn it for free. Now someday I'll die, and some days people need it can come here say, "Oh, Hendrik said that before. I can go this direction and then those kind of thing." So that's the entire thing. Okay. And this is what I like to share with you. Take care of your health. If you're Wing Chunners over 40 and you are not the healthy type, sure, world is not fair. There's people who born really healthy, even when they are 80-year old, they are really healthy. I am not. I born with diabetic type 1. That's what I understand. I want to learn how to fight. I want to be this and that. That's why I know all this thing. I search for all the teacher, but I know after 40 something, you don't want to do it because it's human limitations when we are in not a proper conditions. So this is what I like to share with you. And I make this YouTube so that you know me. Okay. And I just hope that you all live happily, your body, your health get better. At least you can manage it, okay, and live a good life.